Joel Charles, standing in the ward of Old Harlow. Joel, what have been the issues on the doorstep so far?
Well, the key issues in Old Harlow, firstly, Junction 7A. Old Harlow Conservatives oppose Junction 7A. We favour a northern bypass. See, the key for me is that I want to preserve the village community that we have in Old Harlow. So the option preferred by Essex County Council will cut right through Old Harlow and damage our village community. So I'm opposing that. What I suggest is that there is a special local committee that is set up with residents, highways officials and local councillors so that we can solve that problem. The other issue is that residents are deeply concerned about the 2 years where we've had council tax increases under Labour. We as a Conservative opposition put forward an alternative budget that froze the council tax, that advocated cutting senior councillor allowances. Now, I'm very concerned about the cost of senior councillor allowances, and so are residents. So I want to see a 10% cut in senior councillor allowances. I think in this climate that's essential. I think that the other issues in Old Harlow, there's a big problem in Broadway Avenue about overgrown trees. See, the problem with overgrown trees in Broadway Avenue is they're damaging properties, and I've been working with a number of residents to tackle those issues. There's also a particular problem in Hart Road where lots of commuters are parking, causing a lot of congestion to residents, and we're tackling that too. So there's a broad-based number of issues that we've got to address in Old Harlow.
Talk about change. I believe you're a local man, but do you sometimes feel with things like Junction 7A, it's a bit like King Canute, you're not going to be able to change, there's progress coming?
We do need progress, and we do need extra road infrastructure in Old Harlow. That's a given. But the solution put forward at the moment doesn't answer the congestion problem. The two Mark Hall roundabouts are thoroughly congested in the mornings with traffic for Fulbert and Barnard and Mark Hall School. Now, yes, I am a local man. I went to Fulbert and Barnard School and I went to Mark Hall School, off to university, but I've come back to Harlow, although I work in the city. I am passionate about protecting our village community, and I think that Junction 7A would damage that.
Another thing that I like to do a little bit of jogging around the streets of, on the countryside here, and the amount of rubbish that has accumulated. And I'm afraid I've been jogging a long time, since 1971. I do stop. But the amount of rubbish in the byways around this ward is dreadful.
The amount of rubbish is a serious question. In Millfield and St Edmunds Way, I've had concerns from constituents about the rubbish, and we had that cleared up. There's also been a number of queries from the Oxleys about the rubbish there, because joggers use the running tracks where sadly the Gilden Way site is going to be built, but a number of joggers use the running across those fields, and they've reported that rubbish. So where we get pockets of rubbish, we want to clear them up. So what I say to residents is, if you've got a problem, report it to Old Harlow Conservatives and we'll get it tackled.
It's a popular place to live, but parking's a problem here, isn't it?
Parking is a serious issue for Old Harlow residents. I've been working with Robert Halfon for a number of months now over a parking issue, particularly in Vince Dunn Mews, where residents don't have enough parking, are getting very frustrated. There's another issue with commuters parking in Old Harlow to use Harlow Mill Station, particularly over at Priory Avenue and Hart Road, and it's about putting enforcement there but actually helping out residents who need parking, who need access to their properties.
You're a commuter, aren't you?
I am, yes.
As a commuter and local council, and it's a bit out of your remit, Greater Anglia comes on for a lot of criticism all the time, isn't it? You must hear that.
Yeah, I go on the trains, the 706 train every morning from Harlow Mill, and us commuters, we have a very good, strong community here. The key is about improving the service. So the problem with trains, particularly from Greater Anglia, is that they're not very comfortable. The seats are falling off, they need to fix those, they need to refurbish them, but it's the punctuality of the service too. And so I've been working with Robert to address these problems with Greater Anglia and their main sister company, Abellio, to improve the service, improve punctuality, make it a more pleasurable experience to get to work.
Thank you very much.